Here's the top 5 rules of how to not look like prey to creditors and collection agencies and bad creditors. Number 1, don't talk to creditors, only give out the phone number. Number 2, don't act afraid. Sometimes they can catch you off guard when they call you in the middle of dinner or during a holiday, that sort of thing. But don't act afraid. The minute you act afraid, they've got you. They know that they can control you. They know that if they serve you paperwork, you're going to settle out of court and you're going to pay them. Do not act afraid. Number 3, don't get mad or curse at them because it shows that you've lost control. The minute that you lose control, a creditor says, wow, I can manipulate this guy and I can get him to pay by making him emotional. When you're emotional, you will not make the proper choice. You'll say stupid things, and that's why never be mad or curse at a creditor. Number 4, do not answer any questions they have. Only refer them to or the phone number that's in the membership area. The reason for this is because if you give them any information, they can use that against you. Only give out that phone number. Number 5, make sure you never pay bad credit accounts without asking us. There are time limits on collecting debts, and if they go past those statutory time frames, they may not be able to collect the debt. But the minute that you repay it, the minute you start it back up, it reactivates the debt. And so it can start all over again, and they can go through the collection process and add up all the back fees and interest and all of the fees that they want to add and take you to court. Do not pay inactive bad credit without asking us. That's why we're here. Now, let's say that they keep calling you or bothering you either at home or at work. All you have to do is go to the membership area and click on Stop Creditors from Calling button. That's it. The processing center will create a cease and desist. You simply print it, sign it, and send it directly to the creditor. And normally this stops the creditors from bothering you. So let's say that they're calling you at home, they're calling you at work, they're bothering you. Maybe even they call relatives and try to get them to have you call them. This is all legal as long as they're not disclosing what the issue is. But you can also stop it by doing a cease and desist, and the processing center will help you with that. All you do is go to your member area and click on Stop Creditors from Calling button. And the processing center will create a cease and desist for you. All you have to do is print it, sign it, and send it directly to the creditor. It's that simple. You'll want to have a pen and paper ready. These are important to write down. It's the top 9 things that affect your credit score. Number 1 is applying for credit unless it's cleared through the processing center. The reason is because when you apply for credit, it not only pulls your credit, it lowers your score in most cases. When you lower your score, it makes it harder to qualify. Now, let's say that you get some credit from that new account. Now your score is even lower because it's brand new credit and it's not seasoned. See, credit restoration helps deal with this issue, but you need to help too by simply not applying for more credit until it's necessary. Then your credit score will be the best it can, and your credit will be the best it can during the time that you're applying for a home. Number 2, do not close any credit accounts. Many people will be tempted to pay off their credit or their credit cards and just close the account. This is a big mistake. You always want to leave like a $10 balance on there and just make a monthly payment on it, because when credit card companies get new management, C-level management and so on, what they'll do is they'll go in, they'll remove a lot of accounts that they're not making money, and then it makes them look better on paper. It's all a trick. But they do this kind of thing. So a lesson learned is keep a $10 balance on your credit card so it isn't shut down, and also pay it monthly. Number 3, pay your bills on time. If you don't pay your bills on time, it shows that you're a bad credit risk. This is the worst thing that you can absolutely do to your credit. Number 4, go on bill pay. Bill pay will make it where you pay your bills on time and you don't have to sit there and think about it, because all bills can become due at different times, and this just leads to confusion and big problems. So if you have all your bills on bill pay, you don't have to remember, oh, on this date, on this date, on this date. It automatically pays it, which helps you maintain a good credit history of paying your bills and paying them on time. Number 5, no additional purchases using existing credit cards. I can't tell you how many times that a person will wind up losing the ability to qualify for a home when they go out and they purchase homes, furniture, vehicles, whatever else that they think that they need. You don't do that until after you have the house. After you have the house, if you can afford those things, go ahead and do it. But for right now, no additional purchases on existing credit cards. Try to pay those debts down as much as you can. Do not pay them off completely, and do not close those accounts. Number 6, save money. The reason you want to save money is there are closing costs, there are other costs involved when you're moving into a new home, right? You have to pay some of the utilities up front, and there's closing costs, and maybe there's things that need to be done. So save as much money as you can during the home buying process. Number 7, do not take any offers to dispute your credit, raise your credit score, or anything else. The processing center is already working on your behalf. They're creating paperwork, and all you have to do is send it to the creditors and the credit bureaus. The problem comes in when you try to send too much of this material, and at the wrong times and from the wrong sources, it can create a great deal of confusion with the creditors and the credit bureaus. And the result many times is they're going to say that this is just a frivolous attempt to get stuff off the credit report. And the problem with that is that when they say that, they can start the process all over or actually ignore. So simply just send things when we give you a notification. Don't keep sending it until we give you the notification, and don't have any contact other than what we provide for you. Number 8, as we go through the credit restoration process, you're going to be receiving credit offers, and they're going to say you're qualified for this, you're qualified for that. Do not respond to those. Once again, as we continue the process of credit restoration, you're going to receive a lot of email and a lot of mail of these types of offers. And especially after you have the home, you'll receive a lot of offers, because now they know that you're a better credit risk and they're willing to give you more credit. Number 9, credit restoration is only designed to get you to the point you can get financed or get a better loan than you could right now. Not all accounts are modified, and some accounts will need to be paid. Most do not. Most will come off, and most can be modified enough to get you into a home. But we want you to know what to expect when buying a home. So remember, don't pay those accounts off unless you're instructed by the processing center or the coordinator specialist that you're directly working with. So people are going to have questions about membership. It's really cut and dry. It's really easy. Simply, you join. You get an account. Each account can have up to 3 members. So you can have a spouse, a sister, a brother, whoever you're qualifying with. It all just needs to go to the same address, all of the paperwork. So it can be any 3 people that you need. Each one of those members is going to be responsible to pull their credit about every 30 to 45 days. During that time, you simply send it to the processing center through the website. There's no mail that you have to mail out. All you do is send it to the processing center. The processing center gives you paperwork, and you just print that, sign it, and send the paperwork to the creditors or the credit bureaus. The process continues over and over again until we get you to the point where you can qualify for a home, or if you want to continue the process of credit restoration to make it more perfect after you get in a home, that's perfectly acceptable. Membership is for a lifetime, and you can even come back if you slip in the future. The main thing is just to understand that we have to receive that credit report in order to update your file and in order to update your paperwork so that you can continue the process uninterrupted. Once again, this is Thomas Rendelman, Coordinator Specialist. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you've learned a lot of things of what to do, what not to do, and how the whole process works. And make sure that you ask your Coordinator Specialist if you have a question. And I'll see you on the next video.